Well, hello everyone, welcome to a Descent Journeys in the Dark 2nd edition. This is my review of Stewards of the Secret. Yes. Well, let's get started, shall we? I'm quite interested in this one. So start off with the little booklet which actually has all the rules in it. It tells you what you need to do with the cards, even though it's really straightforward anyway. So really that's the main point, is the maps. The first one is called Stewards of the Secret. And already, if I zoom in with my camera, which I should have done, that's a little bit more better without trying to jog it as well. So I have a search token for 2, 1 search token for 3, and 1 search token for 4, just almost like all the others. Plenty of doors as well. Well, anyway, the next one is actually called the... There you go. If I get that in focus there. The next one's called Blood Spire of Divas. It's quite a big map. Well, it's not that big, but it's long. So you have a 1 for 4, 1 for 3, and 1 for 2 as well, with special deployments. Can be very, very intriguing. And of course the back actually has let's see, all the lore and stuff. So that's it for that. We'll start off with Overlord and Raycash. So we've got the conversion kit one and the up-to-date one. The stats are unfortunately the same, with movement of 2, health 8, and just 3 stamina. And exactly the same stats as well from down the bottom as well. 3, 2, 3, 3. The hero ability, well, oh jeez, I'm getting all this mixed up. There you go, that'd be better. So the hero ability, actually, if I just do that. The old one had that in addition to your 2 actions on your turn, you always received 4 movement points. It's just worded a little bit more better. At the start of your turn, you gain 4 movement points. So, nothing's really changed there. The heroic feat. This is, as an action, you may revive all knocked out heroes within 3 spaces of you. Make 1 roll and apply it to all knocked out heroes. Okay. The up-to-date one is a bit more better. So, use during your turn even if you are knocked out. So far there's no action there. That's cool. You roll 2 red power dice. You and each knocked out hero within 3 spaces of you recover health equal to the health rolled. So, yeah, it still applies to knocked out heroes. However, it's just like you can use it when you are knocked out, or if other people are knocked out and you're rolling 2 red power dice, and it doesn't take an action to use. So that's good. The downside to Overlord and Raycash is that they only have a stamina of 3, which I wish it was 4. Healers aren't all that great with stamina of 3. Although it could be good for a bard, you know. Just saying. This is the hero model. They look absolutely amazing. I mean, look at all of that detail. You've got like scrolls, backpacks, little sword. I mean, saddle. It really does look outstanding. This is why you get 4 movement points straight from the start, because of the wolf. Really, really like it. Next we have Seer. This is the newer one. This is the older version. The older version was called Truth Seer. I can just say nothing's really changed, really. Exactly the same stats, really. 4, 10, 4 with grey. And the attributes 1, 4, 2, 4. Exactly the same. The old hero ability is figures and obstacles do not block your line of sight. Doors still block your line of sight. Normal. The newest one, just worded practically the same, really. So figures and obstacle do not block your line of sight. Doors still block your line of sight as normal. So yeah, nothing really new. And the old hero feat was use during your turn to look at the top 5 cards of the Overlord deck. Place one of the cards on the bottom on the deck and randomly place the rest back on top. Whilst the newer one, wow, surprise surprise, use during your turn to look at the top 5 cards of the Overlord deck. Place one of the cards on the bottom of the deck and shuffle and place the remaining cards back on top of the deck. So worded very, 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 very slightly. All in all, yeah, I couldn't think of anything why True Seer Cal needed to be changed at all. Artwork, well, not too fan of the artwork. I've seen worse. But hey ho. Seer Cal can be very, very good just because of the nothing blocks line of sight. Pretty good for practically almost all classes. I probably wouldn't go for a Hexer though, as Hexers tend to be a bit more close range, and the Necromancer, no, not really. Although there's some pretty good Necromancer class stuff. Skeleton Sim goes boom, all of that stuff. Yeah, and anything that's not in line of sight could attack them with that, but hey, other classes is absolutely fine. That's the Seer Cal. And here's the model. The back looks really, really nice. Look at all that. Multiple feathers. It really does look good. I mean, wow. That's going to be extremely difficult to paint because of the inside days. But wow, really well done with these models so far. I'm really liking it. Next up we have Titania. Nothing's really changed. Really. 5, 12, 4, 2, 2, 2, and 5. Got to have the 5 awareness. The older hero ability was each of your attacks gain +1 range. Each range attack that targets you gains -1 range. And it hasn't really changed. Just each of your attacks gains +1 range. Each range attack that targets you requires an additional range. So slightly worded, but almost exactly the same thing. Heroic feat though. This is the older version. Use after defense dice are rolled against one of your attacks. Ignore the results from the dice that rolled the most shields. The newest one is used when you perform an attack after dice are rolled. Choose one of your target's defense dice and change the result of that dice to another result of your choice. So it's kind of almost like the same thing, except that it's just worded better, a lot more better. As with all scouts, I can't see anything wrong with any classes. I would probably try and go for more ranged weapons. If you start with close combat weapons, that is, just because your hero ability, one part of your hero ability, isn't going to be taking effect if you just have, well, hand weapons. So you've got to be careful of that. And this is Titania with her knife. Have no idea why. If she's supposed to be more of a range expert, why isn't she using her bow instead? I want to use my knife. Oh, well. Never mind, that's the only gripe I have about this model. But it's still a good model, still very nicely detailed and all that. Very, very nice indeed. Now we come to Nagas of the Blade. Well, this is where it gets a little bit more, well, changed. When I say a little bit, I mean, well, you'll find out. Anyway, the stats are exactly the same, 4, 12, 4, with a black defense dice. And the attributes, can't really see, right, so it's 4, 2, 2, 3, exactly the same from over here. The old hero ability was, if you do not have any armor equipped, each of your attacks gains 1 surge, just like that. 3 surge. I mean, that's just like OP already. This has changed now. So the new hero ability is you cannot equip light armor or heavy armor. Well, that's a down already. Once during your turn, you may choose one non-large monster adjacent to you, suffer 1 damage, and move that monster 1 space. Well, I can see why they have changed it. Getting an extra surge just for no reason, just like that, if you're not got any armor equipped. I mean, that's just wow. This one I can't see being used a lot. Sure, it would be great to push a monster down into a pit or into lava. However, they've got to be small. There's been multiple times where I myself, being the Overlord, I've managed to block the heroes off using small monsters. Of course, that means they had to use some of their stamina, so they get a bit more fatigued, or they have to use an action to kill the monsters just because they're in the way. This allows them to move those small monsters out of the way. However, as I said, small monsters, not big monsters. This is why I can't see this being used a lot, which is a downer. Wish it was better. However, like I said, push them into pits or push them into lava. You're having a fun time with that. And of course, it doesn't require an action to use. And yeah, that's about it. But you can only use it once. Anyway, the heroic feat, the old heroic feat was, use when you are attacked. After dice rolled, you are not affected by this attack. Okay, that's a pretty good heroic feat, really. Right, anyway, the new heroic feat is, use after another hero performs an attack. Immediately perform an attack with a melee weapon that targets one of the same monsters. Then that hero may perform an attack that targets that same monster. This is really used against master monsters or master big monsters or lieutenants. So it's really getting 2, 3 extra attacks. However, you need to be in range with that monster. That's the only downside. Yeah. So one hero attacks a monster, or using blast, so you've got a choice. And then Nagas attacks a monster that's affected by that attack. Normally it's just still that one. And after that, the other hero that attacked that monster gets to attack again, so that's 3 attack actions on one single monster, unless it's used by some kind of blast. Then your choices are, well, choices. Not bad, not bad. He's definitely downplayed, maybe for the best, because Nanook was actually pretty top tier. Well, anyway, that's Nanook. This is Nanook himself. My, what big chin you have. Well, that goes with the artwork, and I don't really like the artwork because his arms is almost as big as his head. Well, it doesn't matter. Does look pretty good. I do like the cloak, but it's like his head feels too small. That's what I think, anyway. Well, anyway, not bad, not bad. We will now start with the monsters, the Naga. So these are the conversion kit ones. These are the brand new ones. If we start with Act 1s, and if I actually get them a bit closer, because the newer ones have one additional more health, so 4/4 black, 4/5 black, and sorcery 1 and grab as an action. The grab action was choose a hero adjacent to the monster. This hero must test might, and if he fails it is immobilized. However, this one doesn't have it, it's got poison. Still range, and same attack dice. The master, well, yeah, let's do that. It has one additional health, same attacks, both has sorcery 2, both do poison. This one does grab, this one does conscript. Constrict is you choose one hero adjacent to this monster. That hero tests might, and if he fails, he is immobilized. This monster may move one space, and then you may place the hero in an empty space adjacent to this monster. So, immobilize, pull, grab. No, grab and pull, that would be better. To drag away from the heroes, which is always fun. That way, all your other monsters can gang up on them. And the Act 2 ones, well, not a lot's changed from the minions. Same health. Still does poison. This one still does grab. One extra health for the master. It has sorcery 3. So okay, the new ones lose their grab but gain poison, while the master actually gets constrict, which is more better than grab. I can't see anything wrong with that, really. I don't mind it. This is the model for the Naga. It looks absolutely wow. Just wow. I mean, seriously, very menacing. No human type head look though, but I'm not entirely fussed about that. I wish the tongue wasn't sticking out though. So we come to the blood apes now. So these are the normal ones, and these are the brand new ones. So if we take those two away for the Act 1s, well, nothing's really changed for the minions. 4 movement points, 5 health, grey defense dice, ravage, which is can make 2 attacks instead, +1 for surge, be red, and the masters, they both have ravage, they both have leap attack, they got +2. The older leap attack was, so, oh, there you go. As an action, this monster may move its speed, ignoring enemy figures as it does so. When it finishes its movement, perform a single attack that targets each figure this monster moves through. Each figure rolls defense dice separately, once per turn. Okay, so the newer one is practically the same. Right, so this monster moves up to its speed. During this movement, it may move through spaces containing enemy figures, then perform an attack that affects each figure this monster moved through during this action. So worded better. Of course, after the leap attack, you might want to do another attack for Ravage. Nice. The Act 2 versions, well, nothing's really changed. So you have blue, red, yellow, 4/7 grey, surge +2, and well, exactly the same really. 4 movement points, 9 health, 1 grey defense dice, blue, red, and of course surge +2. And this is the Blood Ape model. Wow, it's pretty amazing really. I think the older ones actually were a 1x2. I'm not 100% sure on that because I never actually got the expansion for that one. But still, this one looks absolutely menacing. Now we come to the Pharaoh. Okay, if we take the Act 2 ones, I call them Pharaoh instead of Ferox. I don't think it's called Ferox. It could be Ferox, but then again, it can be difficult to say which one's which and which one's not. Okay, so let's get on with it. I believe it is Pharaoh, like the French wording. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm not French. Right, so the minions haven't really changed. So I've got 4 grey, disease, surge, PS2, blue and red. The masters, well, now I've got something changed. So I've got 4, 5 and grey. This one has as an action extract, a surge disease and a surge PS2. This one has as an action leech with disease and PS2. The leech was, okay, so as an action, choose a hero adjacent to this monster. That hero must test might. If he fails, roll 1 yellow power dice. The hero suffers the fatigued per heart rolled, and this monster recovers health per fatigued suffered. Extract. So still as an action. Choose a hero adjacent to this monster. That hero tests might. If he fails, that hero suffers 2 fatigue and this monster recovers 2 health. So that's a lot more better than leech, because yellow power dice only can get like 1 or 2. This one automatically does 2, so ooh, very nice. And the Act 2 versions of them, well, they haven't really changed. So 4, 5, grey, brown, exactly the same. Blue, red, yellow, disease, PS3, that's quite nasty, and well, there you have it. Extract, leech, we've just found out that extract is better. Disease, PS3, blue, red, yellow, and 4, 8, grey, brown. Nice. And here's the model for the Pharaoh. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of words for it. It's like the tongue is just off-putting. It's like he's biting his tongue. It looks like he's trying to be a golem. Well, the model's not bad. Yeah, no, really, the model isn't bad. Yeah, fine. We come to the Overlord Reward card. This is what happens when the Overlord will win the Stewards of the Secret quest. Part 1 of the quest, really. Called Splice. It's a magic card. So, you play this card on one monster group during your turn and keep it in your play area. Okay, it's simple. Each time a monster in this group performs an attack, the attack gains surge +2 damage, and a monster within 3 spaces of this monster suffers 2 damage. So, okay, that's fine. If you know if you're going to be rolling plenty of surges, and you know that you're going to get them back for reinforcements, do it. the more damage the better, right? Yeah, then we've got the rumour card for the Stewards of Secret. Tells you where you go. This is a forest, river, mountains. Nice journey there. And then you've got part 2. Blood Spires of Divas. Road, river, mountain. And then you have the rewards. If the Overlord wins this, it's while this card is refreshed, each monster with the cave monster trait gains as a surge poison. Exhaust this card during the turn. While this card is exhausted, each monster with the cave monster trait applies -2 to their health and gains surge immobilize. Well, immobilize is always awesome. And I just dropped the card. But if we just carry on with thinking about that, it deals 2. Well, it applies -2 to its health. It doesn't do damage. It's just -2 to its health. Right. So anyway, the hero reward, which I think is absolutely awesome. Keep this card in the hero's play area at the end of each Overlord turn. If the Overlord has more than 6 Overlord cards in his hand, he must discard down to 6 cards. And it doesn't state that this needs to be thrown away back in its box after its use. It's a permanent thing. It's probably one of the best hero rewards in all the hero monster collections, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, it is pretty easy to make sure that the Overlord only has 6 Overlord cards. But sometimes you always get plenty of cards all of a sudden. And you don't know what to do with them. So, yeah, it's a very good card. Okay, so that was Stewards of the Secret. Okay, the models are, well, pretty amazing. I really do like them. The rewards are really well thought, not just for the Overlord but for the heroes as well. The monsters, well, you can't actually go wrong with Blood Apes. And the new Nagas special ability, I'm going to be very intrigued on how I can really impose on that into putting them into pits. You know, like putting the heroes into pits, not the Nagas. Or into lava. Just like Nanok does, by pushing small monsters out of the way. Well, what can I say about this? It's probably not the best hero monster collection at the moment, but it's certainly a good one to go for. I would go and give this one, it's a tough one, but I think I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 due to the fact that you've got lots of movement options, not just with Nanok and the Nagas, but the Blood Apes as well, and of course Seer, who can go through like walls and other models. That's pretty amazing. If you have the models already, you'll probably find that it's not much change. If you don't have the models, then it's definitely worth a buy. Well, that's it for today for that. Until next time, thank you very much, bye.